hip-hop and my rock and roll that you watch me create and then you stole. I want my blues back too, black to my bone, that whenever you choose, you think you can claim as your own. I want to worship my own gods, the ones you beat from within me while whipping my soul through Christianity. I want my name back, because you stole that too, branding me with this title that chains me to you. I want my Swahili, my Yoruba, my Zulu. All these things of my past you just took for free, and yet you still continue to violate me. You channel my children into inferior schools, giving them underrated education, making them feel like fools. You fill my neighborhoods with guns and drugs, turning young brothers with potential into gangsters and thugs. You pit my brothers and sisters against one another by telling them both that one is better than the other. You pay me less. You pay me less and expect me to define, and when I can't keep up, you shackle me to the unemployment line. You build my homes on unsafe grounds with inferior products, making sure they fall down. You do everything you can to keep me in my place, but every time you look up, I'm still in your place. You see, it was my people who were the beginning of creation, and on the backs of my ancestors, you built this nation. We paved the roads, we dug the ditches, we picked the damn cotton, and we built the bridges. We plowed the fields that cultivated this land. Now you act as if you don't understand why I won't let it go, or just let things be, because of all you take and how little you give. I'm going to stay in your world for as long as you live, demanding that you give it all back, everything you took from me. I want my future. I want my history.
Yes. Yes.
My blues ain't yours. My blues be maybe more, but no less than 400 years of broken black bodies, buried beyond and beneath these beach shores of America. My blues be auction blocks, the lynchman's knot and masters crammed inside my 13-year-old virgin vessel, breeding blue-eyed, black-skinned babies to be bargained for, brought and sold, but never to belong to me. My blues ain't yours. My blues be me, proclamated, emancipated, set free, only to be enslaved again by segregation. Sanctioned 40 acres and a mule who had more rights than me to work a piece of land within this land that won't ever belong to me. My blues be mass migration. Thousands of families' determination to make a better life, moving up north way above the Mason-Dixon line, only to discover that Jim Crow lived there too. He just changed his name. My blues be picnics, parties, and parades held in honor of 3 black boys hanging hung, all because some sheriff caught them passing by or making a pass without bothering to bow their heads or lower their eyes in the presence of Miss Anne. I've got those last to be hired, first to be fired blues, those hell no, you can't live here nigga blues. My blues be welfare, refined, reformed, and redesigned to make my life a living hell blues. My blues be the projects, torn down, rebuilt, and given a new name, low-income housing blues. My blues be overcrowded, understaffed schools with teachers teaching everybody's history but mine. My blues be highway profiling with crooked cops and cranky judges packing already overpopulated prisons. My blues ain't yours. My blues ain't yours because my blues be black.
Yes.
Thank you. I'd like to share 2 more, a little softer. This is actually a poem that I wrote in the last 2 years or so. And you see it, it's in the chat book. And it's called Life Lessons. And I hope we all are following ours, because they're given to us all the time, and sometimes we just don't pay attention. It's funny how life will repeat itself, revealing all of its changes, replaying over and over again until the lessons are offered sink in. And after a while, you learn. You learn the discerning difference between holding a hand and sharing a life. You learn that love doesn't mean possession, company doesn't mean security, and loneliness is universal. And you learn that kisses aren't contracts, presents aren't promises, and that people are merely humans. And you begin to accept your defeats with your head up and your eyes wide open, with the grace of a woman and not the grief of a girl. And you learn to build your desires on today, because the future has a way of falling apart on the way to itself. And tomorrow's ground can be too uncertain for plans, yet Each step taken in a new direction creates a path towards the promise of a brighter beginning. And you learn that even sunshine burns if you get too much of it. That water can both replenish and drown, so you plant your own garden and nourish your own soul instead of waiting for someone else to bring you flowers. And you learn that love, true love, always has joys and sorrows, and that both can be difficult to define. And you learn that through it all, you really can endure, that you really are strong, that you do have value, and that with every goodbye and with every hello, you learn that you not only have learned, but you've also grown. Thank you.
Yes.
Share one more piece, because as you can tell, I'm losing my voice. Which one? You have so many that you like. Okay, here it is. This is one of my daughter's favorites. It's called When the Bell Rings. I was destined to be late for something. Mama said she was 3 weeks late before she realized that I was waiting in her womb. Then the doctors told her I wasn't growing on time, which of course is a form of lateness. And wouldn't you know it, when it came time for me to greet this universe, I was late. But Mama didn't mind so much, because by then she had grown accustomed to waiting on me. She said I was her tomorrow, and everybody knows tomorrows are always on time. Once I come though, never wanting to be last, she said I grew like gone yesterdays, too soon and too fast. Said I jumped from the crib to the curb just in time to stand in line for crayons and cotton candy. Little girl joys of jacks and jump rope gave her hope that I would wait, but waiting made me late, so I ran fast, tripping over toddlerhood, only to fall flat on my adolescence. Bubblegum babies and easy bake ovens began to bore me. Soon double dutch and hopscotch couldn't tag me. I wanted boys to spin the bottle so I could hide and let them see me. And they did. Wasn't long before one of them said, "You're it." And I was. Then the giggity girlfriend games like Miss Mary Mac, all dressed in black, with silver buttons, all down her back, no longer related to me. Hula hoops and hipsters wouldn't fit around my waist anymore, and playing house wasn't just for play. Soon school days made me lazy with the ringing of all those bells, the senior class trip bells, the prom bells, the graduation bells, the here comes the bride bells. Bells I never got to hear, yet they kept ringing in my ears just the same. And the ringing made me late, too late for the past while lingering lost in this present, but still wanting for better beginnings. Now when my own children chase tomorrow, running fast beyond their yesterdays, I grab a hold of their hearts and I tell them to wait. Wait, baby, wait. You have time. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Again, my name is Pat McLean. Thank you. And I do have books and CDs and all the other stuff on sale. Thank you so much.
Please give it up one more time for the warrior poet.